driving through London during the day. Everybody's doing their thing. I don't know. Driving on the wrong side of the road because they're crazy. Wacky little English people. Nothing's really cool, huh? Just it's all spinny. So I'm sitting inside Neil's car right now. Neil is delivering mail, and I'm waiting for him. I gotta say, it's pretty boring, but you know, you do what you gotta do. Let's take a look around, shall we? Some parked cars. This huge brick wall. Sometimes you can see the tops of double-decker buses drive by. He parked really close to that bush. These are buildings back here. Around the corner, he's delivering mail. Probably think I'm weird, just me here. Me. Hello. Yeah, so I'll keep you all posted on what we do next. Until then, I'm Chelsea, and I am sitting in a car doing absolutely nothing in the middle of London. Alright, because I'm super bored, I was reading this book, The Music Bible. It came with a magazine Neil got. And there's quizzes in it, and here's a Beatles quiz, and these are really hard questions, and I think I did terrible on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the question, and I'm going to give you what I think my answer is, and then we'll see how wrong I am. When the Beatles appeared on an episode of the Morecambe, I don't know, and Y show, broadcast in 1964, how did Eric Morecambe address Ringo Starr? I'm going to say as Bongo. At which San Francisco stadium did the Beatles play their final U.S. show in 1966? I'm going to say the Shea Stadium. Who was the youngest member of the Beatles? George Harrison. Whose 1978 memoir was entitled A Twist of Linen? I don't know, Cynthia Lennon? Which Beatle does Jack Black play in the 2007 movie Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story? I'm going to say Paul McCartney. The Beatles created their multimedia corporation, Apple Corps, in 1968. How is Yanni Alexis Mardas, who worked in the electronics division, more commonly known? A. Professor Good Vibes, B. Cosmic Yan, C. Magic Alec, or D. Yanni? I'm just going to say D because I have no idea who that is, but D just seems like a normal nickname. 7. Octopus's Garden and which other track are the only two Beatles songs credited solely to Ringo Starr? Shit, what's it called? Don't Pass Me By. That's what it was. And which is the only Beatles album containing songs written only by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, either separately or together? I'm going to say A Hard Day's Night. In 1966 edition of which British newspaper was John Lennon quoted as saying, we're more popular than Jesus now? I'm going to say the English newspaper. The flag the flag semaphore signals that Beatles are making out on the cover of the 1965 Help album don't actually spell help. True or false? That is true. Scrambled eggs, oh baby, how I love your legs. The working first line to which 1965 Beatles song? That's really easy. That would be Yesterday. What kind of sweets did George Harrison regret saying he liked in the early 60s after fans subsequently I can't say that word. After fans pelted the Beatles with them on stage. Subsequently, that's the word. I can't say. I couldn't say it at the time. I'm just gonna say strawberries. I know they probably mean like candy, but I can't think of any. Cadbury's, chocolates, toffees. I don't know. Under what name did the band perform immediately before changing it to the Beatles in 1960? The Beetlebugs. This one I knew at one point and I don't know anymore, so all I can think of is the Quarrymen, but I don't think that that's what they were, because I think that was just John Lennon's band. John Lennon can be heard saying what at the end of 1967's Strawberry Fields Forever? A. Make the tea, George. B. Cranberry sauce. C. I killed Paul. D. Can you feel the force? I wish it were D. Can you feel the force? But I'm gonna go with B. Cranberry sauce. With which slogan was Carlsberg Lager advertised by the band's original drummer, Pete Best, during a commercial break in 1995's documentary series, The Beatles Anthology? I've read that one a billion times and I still don't know what's asking, so I'm just going to say I don't know what you're asking. How many members of the Beatles were left-handed? I'm going to say 2, because they were Paul and Ringo. In which year did the Beatles open their Apple shop in London? I'm going to say 1967, I think. What is the name of the drummer who temporarily replaced Ringo Starr when he was ill in 1964? Question mark, question mark, question mark. The sad part is I've actually read about this guy, but I can't remember his name to save the life of me. How old was John Lennon when he was assassinated in 1980? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 40. I'm so confused. Which Beatles album was the first not to have the band's name on the cover? Rubber Soul. Which item of the Beatles memorabilia sold for £240,000 at an auction in 2008? A. The test pressing of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. B. George Harrison's diary, which would be awesome to have. C. The band's management contract with Brian, and D. The sheets from John Lennon and Yoko Ono's Amsterdam bed-in. I'm gonna go with C. The band's management contract, because that seems like something, I don't know, it just seems more realistic. At what position did the Beatles' 1995 single Free as a Bird peak on the UK single charts? I'm going to say 2. Which 4 musicians were in the Traveling Wilburys supergroup with George Harrison? Was it Eric Clapton? Was Bob Dylan in it? I can't think of anybody else. I'm just gonna say Mick Jagger. What is the name of the Cirque du Soleil production set to remix Beatles music that has it in Las Vegas opening 2006? I'm gonna say Love. Which television character described Paul McCartney's group, Wings, as the band the Beatles could have been? The band the Beatles could have been. Television character described the Paul McCartney's group. Homer Simpson? Or, yeah. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, let's see. Well, yeah.